is Melanie Asher. I am the founder of Omical, a branding and marketing firm. I'm a fractional chief marketing officer for B2B and nonprofits. So there is what is the perceived branding, and then what are the effects of branding? So the often perceived, especially if you are a new startup or a first-time founder, you get caught up in what's known as brand identity, the logo, the colors, the look, making sure you have formal vision and mission and value statements, and you dive really deep into this, what ultimately is a personal discovery, and it's really valuable. And in that process, founders often get caught in the mind trap of, because I've done all of this work, the market will instantly know what we do. And the reality is, that's not how it works. So then that goes over to what are the effects of branding. And the effects of branding are how people remember and feel when they interact or when they think of your brand, your company, or your product. And that's actually what we're trying to achieve. So while the planning stages are incredibly important, the reality is the market is going to latch on to one thing about your brand. Just one thing, and it's never the thing you think they're going to latch on to. So a company like Meet Edgar, they build out the character of Edgar being the octopus. In my brand, it's the color purple. I actually get yelled at if clients cannot see purple on or near or around me whenever I engage with them. So hence, my wall is purple, got purple highlights. It's a thing. Whatever that one thing is. And to drive the point home, I have what I call the grocery store exercise. What is something that I have a shopping list of 3 things: bread, milk, and toilet paper. What brands did you buy last time you went to the grocery store? And you don't need to name the brand name. What do you remember about what you bought? And the one time I did this activity with a group, there was a kid in the back, or a guy in the back, stands up and he goes, "Oh, it has the dumb bear on it. What is that called?" And he was talking about the Charmin bear, but he could not remember the brand Charmin. He remembered the bear. And that's the element. No matter how much time we spend planning, ultimately your market is going to latch on to one thing. And that's going to trigger your brand, the feelings and the emotions and the expectations that your clients and prospects are going to expect when they work with you. Simplifying the message. Simplifying it as simple as possible. If you want an analogy, you want it that a 3rd grader can understand it. Founders often get caught in the passion of, I'm solving this world problem and I'm going to help everybody on the planet. And the reality is, until you can get people to say yes and give you money, you are doing nothing but chasing your passion, or essentially you're chasing your tail. And that doesn't help you, that doesn't help the world, that doesn't help the market. Simplify your message and get it as tight as possible. And remember that it's more important to generate the sales than it is to finalize every nuance of your brand, because remember, we're building a brand that is flexible at the beginning stages. There will come a point where you need more guardrails and you need more rules, you need more restrictions to protect your brand. But in the beginning, you want them to be fairly flexible. That way you can test and see what works. If you have a color palette of 5 different colors, you may think that you're going to lead with colors 4 and 5, but you may end up noticing that your market responds better to colors 1 and 2. The messaging tone, you may have certain tones picked out, but then you discover other tones work better. And if you have that flexibility built in, then it's easier to make those shifts and generate sales faster.